Ambassador Mota Oka. We are here on the conference expression of support on the America for to acquire more knowledge. Interweave solution is about regional property and this is not just
Praise God for today's conference training. We thank God that everything come and gone. We see the large number of friends and customers now positively. Thank you, Interweave Solution, for please consider our application, especially on the card. Thank you for the support.
My name is Ambassador X International. We are here today to meet with the ambassadors from Akure, who have worked so hard to contribute towards practice times and over the prosperity of the MBS training program. We are hoping that very soon each and every individual youth, man, men or female, who participate in this program will be able to understand the principles that will implement become self-reliant and become more productive.
My name is Ambassador. I want to specially thank the solution for this program. Love them, I want to bless them.
You join everything together. Now, you can see that this thing is not balanced. That's why it's not quality of life. As you can see, our 5 fingers, they are not equal. So also cannot be balanced in all the aspects of our lives. You can be balanced with your family. You can be just like I said, that four in his family, but your spiritual life might be lacking in one way or the other. So you cannot have everything everything cannot be right. So that's the black gold quality of life. Now, number one, priority one, let's say family. The action step, what are the action steps that you are actually taking for your family, for you to have given yourself for? What are the action steps that you are taking for your family? We are advised that when you are going to write the action step, you should start with the pronoun I will. Before, how to do it before it's family, I can say, I take care of my family. My family is my priority. My family is my family. But now, we have to start with this pronoun I will. Now, give ourselves for the family. I will say some of the action steps for the family. Anybody? Thank you. When we write actions, when we write priority one as family, the action step will be I will take care of my maybe you be taking care of the family, but now I'm not to improve from taking care of my family.
Great, thank you. One comment I want to make. Thank you. One comment I want to make for action steps. The key word is measurable. Okay, measurable. And what is measurable? Who can tell me what measurable means? It means that at the end of the day, you should look at your action step and you should clearly be able to say yes or no whether you did that, okay? So one thing to make this statement more measurable, I will take more care of my family. Maybe something you could say to make it more measurable will be, because that's a little vague. Maybe you could say, oh, I kind of took care of my family. But to make it more measurable, you can say, I will eat dinner with my family every night. And that way, if you miss it, you know, you can measure that. Or you can say, I will, once a week, I will spend I will spend a day, we'll have a family day once a week, right? So it's something that you can measure. At the end of the day, or at the end of the month, or the week, you can look back and say, did I do that? Yes or no? And if you can say maybe, oh yeah, kind of, then it's not measurable, okay? So I want to do a quick practice, okay? So for example, let's say, okay, spouse, right? Let's say spouse. Let's say the action step is, I will improve my relationship with my spouse. Okay? Who can help me? This is a good goal, but it's not measurable. Who can help me make that measurable? Yeah, right here.
Thank you. I will spend quality times in my relationship with my spouse.
Okay, yeah, how much?
I will weekend, every weekend. Every weekend. I'll take my spouse's house.
Okay, so we can change it and say, I will take my spouse out
Every weekend.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. So we want these action steps to be measurable. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. We're gonna let you take. Do you have anything else to add about? Okay. We'll let you take a minute and fill out your quality of life wheel. Choose your 8 priorities and then make measurable action steps for your children. Okay. Take about 2 minutes to do that.
Let's see how you do yours.
Okay.
Quick question for you. Why do you think it's so important that it's measurable? Why is measurable important? Why is it important to be measurable? Yeah.
So that I can improve.
Yeah. Very good. When we measure something, we improve a lot faster. And so if we just say, this is my example about the spouse, I will improve my relationship with my spouse. Well, how will you improve it, right? What are you actually going to do to improve that relationship? But by saying I will spend quality time with my spouse every weekend, it's something we can actually do. Yeah, very good. Thanks. Focus. Yes, very good.
Also get those there that maybe having questions. The next topic we are going to be looking at is service community involvement plan. Community involvement plan. You see, the good thing about this paperwork is that questions are asked and you are expected to answer the questions. But what we observe is that most persons just make it very brief. We want you to make a statement, let it be a description, so we know exactly what we're doing. Okay? Community involvement plan. Here we have service project. And the question we have here is, what did you do for your community service project? Every student before you are graduated from giving the MBS program certificate, you are expected to be involved in a community project. The reason for this is that it will help you understand your community more and participate in community activities, so that when you establish your business in those communities, people will see you as one who contributes to the community positively. I have a story of a woman who has a provision shop. Now, what she does is that she discovered that in her area, there are a lot of area boys around. And they always hang out in a particular spot around that area. When she first came to that community, she was told that, this boy used to bring down the shop and steal a lot of things from the shop. So because she passed through this training program, she understood more of how to serve the community. So what she did was that she became friends with the area boys. Every day, sometimes she cooks and has some extra. She brings it and gives the area boys. Sometimes they come supply her bread. She buys extra and gives to the area boys. So the area boys now saw that this woman is so kind to them, and she's always helping them out, especially when they are hungry. That is like a project, right? Because it's costing her something. One day, people came, there was a kind of riot in that area, and they came to destroy everywhere. They were attacking various shops, but those same area boys were the ones that were standing as police at the front of our shop. So when the people were disrupting it, they fought with them and forced them to go elsewhere. And they said, I'm not going to touch the shop. Is she not that? And the people were saying, this woman has always been taking care of us. And sometimes, even when someone is sick, she's always ready to give some support. That is the community service. Okay? So we want all of us to participate in something. They can decide to visit the model service home, they can decide to clean an environment, they can decide to do something, or something that will show that someone has gotten knowledge of what to contribute. Alright? So we ask, what did you do for your community service project? Each and every of us here as ambassadors, we did something, right? So we can write about that. And then two, tell us about your community service project, where and where it takes place, who benefited from the project. We have discovered that some persons or some group of them or ambassadors, they don't actually do this community service project. And we don't want that to continue. Okay? They simply just copy different community service projects. So we see that all community service projects are the same. Okay? So we are hoping that will not continue, because the committee that checks this paperwork before giving approval for the certification, they go through this thing step by step. You have a question? Alright, please ask.
Like I said, that people my copy themselves, I have to say community service. I want to start an example. Let's say, for instance, my program, I have any intention of cooking. And the community service is not picking our own business. Let's say, for instance, they want to clear this particular street, or they want to put it where nobody do busy and place for them. What would they want to do? I have to say community service.
That's a very good question. But what happens if you are doing the same community service project along Okeano Street, and she herself also doing the same community service project along Okeano Street, and both of you are same territory? Is that no? All the students of the group can do same community service project, and it is distributed for your group. But what we sometimes discover that your group and our group will be doing the same community service project. That is not normal. You understand? So that's what we mean. So it clearly shows that we're coming from this one to this here. And then those cases we put emphasis on you taking pictures while you're doing that. Okay? So that's the then. The other one is, who helped you do your community service project? You stay with a group of persons that help you, your teammates. Alright, the one that you work together with the same process together. So I'm expecting that we can take these corrections and make sure we send out what is actually right. Now the next one is formalize your business. What step do you need to take to make your business formal? Who can tell me one step you take to make your business formal? Formal. Yes. Okay.
The first thing you need to do is to look for a good name to be able to proceed to register.
That's a good one. Yes. Registration of your business. In fact, if you want to leave the example as an ambassador, you should have registered your business. Okay? Sometimes, like I also say from my training, that business will register as long as the business will keep pushing the business. Maybe the only thing that will be eventually do that is very positive and has a future for your family. Do you understand? When I passed this training, I registered 3 companies. One, each of them is owned by my children. So sometimes, when I have some money, I just pay somebody to do those companies account. What am I doing? Suppose my daughter wants to get married. And most of us in this part of the world, when they get married, they buy you gifts, they give you, like my father bought me a really big mattress. And when I asked him why you buy me a mattress, he says so that I can start seeing my grandchildren. Okay, but you see, the children are like this. Suppose you set up a business. Your children are very small and they are growing up and you keep taking care of that business, using the business to do 1 or 2 jobs, and the business is growing and you are putting down all the steps to make it succeed, following all the principles you have been taught. Then when that's your child wants to get married and you now come and say, this is the gift I have for you, the ownership of the company, an account of such amount. Wouldn't that child very happy? The problem we have in this part of the country is that we have so many people pursuing very 2 jobs. So imagine your child grows up and then get married and then the gift you give that child is a job already set out. It will be a good thing, but you can start it from somewhere. So when you formalize your business, you are giving the business a future. A lot of us are in businesses, we refuse to formalize them. We only do the business for our topic. Do you understand what that means? From how let us be eating from the business. So the day anything where we're becoming capacitated, the business dies. That is not what we want. What we want is that you apply these principles. Every business you see succeeding in this world, somebody started it. Okay? Somebody started it and we were handed over. Let's take for instance Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola was started. But today, it is still in the world, even when the founder has long gone. The children are still holding the secret of Coca-Cola. Isn't it? So it's still growing. So that is the kind of business we look at for as we grow. So MBS committee involvement, how will you help your fellow MBS group members progress? We need to work as a team to help our fellow group members progress. It doesn't just stop when we finish the training. It should continue. That's how we expect you to set up WhatsApp groups and then use the WhatsApp groups to keep talking to one another. Hear their opinions, encourage them to always send in questions they need you to help them answer as they proceed with their business. And then, yes, since then, you must participate in an MBS WhatsApp group. So these are what we have in our community involvement plan. A lot of us, we threw away our MBS graduates, immediately they graduate. No, it's not supposed to be like that. We need to keep following them up. Make it look like a family. Let us keep talking. Okay, I may have a business here and take it and give it to you. I have had a contract somewhere before, and because I was not close to that place, I recommended an MBS student of mine who was struggling to be an estate. And because I did that guy got the job, a painting job, and quickly decided to become an estate. Why? Because he saw that I did not forget him when he finished his training. So let's make it a more family thing, all right? And see how we can help one another. Thank you.
Thanks, Exit. All right, what I want you to do, everyone stand up. We've been sitting for a long time, so I want you to stand up and just stretch. Just stand up and stretch. Okay. Raise your arms in the air, lean to one side, lean to the other side. Touch your toes, you can do that. Very nice. Okay. Sandra, can I touch your toes? Oh, it's my foot. Oh, there you go. Very nice. Okay, very nice. Do we want to break or do we want to keep on going on? Move on. Okay, we're going to talk about personal budget. Okay. I get really excited about the personal budget. It's one of my favorite units to teach. And the key word in personal budget is personal, right? So this is not business money that we're talking about. We're talking about our own personal money. This is the money that we spend on our own food for home and our own personal life, okay? It's very important that we separate business money from personal money, as you all know. So when we pay ourselves a salary in our business or a commission, that's a business expense, but that is going to be your salary, okay? And then this is personal budget. That's how we use that salary, okay? So I want to talk about accruing, and you should all be experts in accruing. So I want you to tell me what is a normal salary here in Akure a month, okay? We're gonna pretend like this is for March. We're just gonna make a plan. For all you ambassadors out there, we just want you to make plans with your students. You don't have to worry about doing the actuals, just the plan, okay? But we're gonna make a plan. How much does a normal person here in Akure make a month in salary? Go ahead and tell me. How much? In Naira. 70,000 Naira. Is that normal? Yeah. What did you say? 30,000. Okay, 70,000 Naira, 30,000 Naira. What did you say? 30,000 Naira. What are we thinking? What do you think? 20,000 Naira? Okay, so we have 70,000 Naira, 30,000 Naira, 20,000 Naira. What else? What's more? What do you think, President? Average, he says average is 50. Does that sound good? That's kind of in the middle. What do you think? 50 is good? Alright, can we agree that, okay, someone who's not rich but not poor, a normal person, earns 50,000 Naira? Is that? Okay. What? You disagree. What, is it higher or lower? So you said 50 is high. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
I would like us to do some minimum wage. I don't think it's that's the minimum wage.
Okay, so the government pays 30,000 Naira a month. But, and is that normal or do most people get more or less than that? Yeah. So I'm talking about normal, average. Yeah. Average of 50. So is 30 low end? Is 30,000 low end? 30 is low. 30 is low. 50 is normal. What? You think it's low? So what do you think, Jordan? So you think, what do you think is average? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's say I heard there's two main things. One is 30,000 and one is 50,000, okay? You have to raise your hand for one of them, okay? So we're gonna vote on 30,000 or 50,000. Yeah. 30,000. Okay. Okay? That might be low, it seems like, but maybe it's gonna be about average. So let's say this is average for a touring. We're gonna say the salary is 30,000. Okay? 30,000 naira. So then our total income is gonna be 30,000 naira. And now let's talk about some of our expenses. This is average for a touring. Let's start with food. How much does the average person pay in food a month?
How much do you buy food a month?
Yeah, based on the 30,000 a month salary. Did you say 30,000 of food? All your money's gone. Okay. So we talked about salary. The salary is all of your businesses together.
Hello. If you are paying 70,000, it is not clear. So some people are paying 10,000, but they are trying. Yes. I want to see the hand of God working. Because you are getting 10,000 naira, but you have to survive it. So maybe with this, let's just look at that. 10,000. Now this is what the person has. How would that person share this money? So let's use it and break it down. Somebody getting 10,000 naira, how much do you think you want to buy? 15,000.
So okay, I've heard 10, and I've heard 15. 10,000. Okay, so if someone who earns about 30,000 naira per month is going to spend maybe about 10,000 on food. Okay, let's say 10,000. Okay, let's talk about school fees. How much do we pay for school fees? So what are we saying? This is per month. So how much? 2,000? What's that here? 5,000. 5,000. Is everyone pay 5,000? Okay, 5,000. Alright. Wait, so we talked about food, 10,000, talked about school fees. What about utilities? Light, water, how much do we spend on utilities? What's the average? 1,000 utilities? Okay, we're gonna keep working with this number, okay? Let's just keep going. Yeah, we're good. What about medical? What's the normal amount for medical? 1,000 medical. Okay, let's talk about, what about phone bills? Do you guys have to pay phone bills? How much do you pay for your phone per month? Oh, the phone bills is part of utilities? What about, let's talk about entertainment. How do we do for, how much do we spend on entertainment? What 1,000? Okay, that's I heard 1,000. 2,000. Okay, 2,000 entertainment. All right, so you talked about entertainment, medical, Huh? Rent. How much do you spend in rent? This is per month. So I realize that you probably pay rent for a year, but we have to put it in the budget. It's because you're gonna have to pay it eventually. So you have to be thinking about it. Okay, so I pay one amount for rent for a year, but I have to divide that by 12 so that I'm saving up for that rent. So how much you pay? $5,000 a month. So that would be $60,000 a year. Okay, $5,000 a month. Okay, very good. We have rent. Okay. Donations. Yeah, what was that? Okay, very good. 1,000. Alright. The idea here, let's add this up. So 10,000 plus 5, 15, plus 4 is 19, plus 3 is 22, plus 1 is 23, plus 2 is 25, 30, 33, 34, and we have talked about it, right? The idea of the personal budget is for you to be able to say, for example, if you're only giving $30,000 a month, then you need to look at this budget and you think, okay, I need to spend less in certain areas. We need to talk about clothes, right? We all wear clothes. We need to talk about just other expenses that we have. And so we have to think about, okay, all of my expenses here, what can I spend less on? What can I do to spend less on? So what I want you to do is think about your own life. Think about your own businesses, right? You have your main business, your side businesses, all the money that you earn, and I want you to write that down for income, okay? So write down the amount of money you make in income, and then write down your expenses. We have some expenses here, but there are more. I know that all of us have even more expenses than what are written down there. So go ahead and do your own personal budget. The idea is to be able to look at it, and to be able to think, okay, here are places where I can improve, here are places, that I can spend less money, think about how to have more money in my budget, save more. So I'll let you think about that.
Oh wow, I hope you understand what we are doing.
Yeah.
I know that we in Nigeria, most of us don't have budget. In fact, it is very difficult to keep. But the ideal thing is that we should try and keep one. Some of us plan the budget before the money comes. And as the money is just entering our account, as we are coming on the road, we are starting to see things to buy that we not want for.
Yes.
Are you getting me? So, if we have a well-structured budget and we try to follow it, we'll end up saving a lot of money. That's the idea. When you don't have a budget, it's not for you to save. Alright? And see, that's why sometimes I don't blame most people that are in government, House of Assembly, House of Reps. You don't have budget. You are going to plan budget of the day. So how can you understand me? Is it not funny? Alright? So we need the central thing begins at home. So you plan your own budget. And when you plan your budget, you see some places you go to. Somebody will invite someone to come out to make the declaration. The person will say, okay, please, let me carry over to next month. Why do you think they do that? What's the very well to do? They do that because they have a budget. They have a plan what they want to spend. So if anything comes in between, they will look at it and see where they can take to connect. If they don't, so please can you give me next month. Alright? So that is for someone who has a budget. So in your own now, plan your contingency. What you feel you earn every month, now plan it. Let's see if your own will be better than this. Because this man, as it is, he is earning money at the budget deficit. So you see why some of us we still survive at the end of the month without knowing where God helped us out. I get it. So that is the idea of it. So let's see us. Thank you.
As you make a plan, you take control of your finances. I think too many of us, we when we get our money, and then we buy things and we don't even think about it. We don't think about buying a snack from the guy on the street. We don't think about buying the things that we buy. But if we budget, we start to plan, we start to think about the money that we're spending, and we take control of our finances. And that's how we talk about how wealth is a mindset, right? It's not about the amount of money you have, it's a mindset. And it starts with budgeting. If you budget, you'll be wealthier. You'll have the mindset of wealth. You'll control your money. So take some time and create your budget. Okay. We'll be around to help if you have questions.
So that when I am madam, God can say, we want to buy this, you say, well, we plan this budget together, it's not in the budget. I used to tell people that, see those are our forefathers, those are our fathers those days that are teachers. That those are the mention here. I won't be seen here before. I think in Igbo, they got a teacher. They say what they have a salary, they follow that salary. And that is why when they buy tubers of yams, you see them measuring the tubers of yams. But most of all, they're not saying they are very stinky, they are like this. No, they were planning with what they have. And that was why they were not corrupt. They were still able to build houses as for what they inherited. Why is it that now that we have so much money? Yes, we cannot do it because we don't actually have a budget, no plan. It is as what we spend. And you know what we live in? We have too much faith. God will provide. I have a younger one who, after eating, will tell you, God, thank you. It is tomorrow so that so I hope we stop that. So we'll move forward. Alright. The next topic we are looking at is the income and expense law. Why we are doing this is so that you can refresh yourself and see where the errors in most cases. Okay? And besides, most of these things have been changed. So you understand how much yeah. No, leave the actual. No, leave the actual. Please don't go to the actual. You don't need to work on the plan. The income and while the personal budget is for the home, is for your personal self, your family, the income and expense law is for your business. The income and expense law is for your business. Alright? Every business must have an income and expense law. And if you watch that page 58. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you're all page 8, right? Good. Now, if you look at that page, you will see income and expense law. Open brackets. In that bracket, you are expected to put the month for which you are working on this income. So the month of March, so we'll say March 1st to March 31st. Alright? And then starting cash balance. I want you to understand that the starting cash balance also refers to the opening cash balance. Okay, but the place to talk about, you will see opening cash balance. Then we have columns that have to do with date, description, expense, income, and balance. Now we want to attempt to see how we can fill all this so that at the end of the day we can have our footers and then have our ending cash balance. The ending cash balance is also referred to as closing cash balance. Are we following? Yes. So for every step you take, you must give us the date, and you must describe what you did, and you must set it whether it's an expense or an income. So let's start.
I would just say a couple things about the dates. For example, if you have a business where you're buying and selling lots of things in one day, this could just be, what's today, the 9th? You could just have an income and expense log for March 9th. So you could do an income and expense log for a day, for a week, for a month, however, whatever amount of time you want to do it for. And starting cash balance, this is the number that you have at the beginning of the month. So it depends on how much money is in your business at the beginning of the month. But it can even be zero. It just depends on how much is there.
Okay. So now we have a date. Now, can we use someone's business who can volunteer to come let's use your business to interpret this? Any volunteer that has a business you're doing? Yes. All of us don't have business. Okay, please come. So, on the sheet, oh, sorry. Sorry. So, knowledge business. So, right. What's your name?
My name is Bishop.
Okay. Details of that business.
I have a laundry business.
Laundry. Now, how much do you use side money?
The second laundry business, you're gonna have like 250K.
Right?
So do you have 250,000 for your business now?
Yeah.
Okay, so the starting cash balance, this is how much she has in her business right now. Okay, very good.
Now, you are going to now tell us what's right and how you can income, right? So, if you have to here now, the first date, which date are you carrying? Start the 26th. They're going to buy something, isn't it? So, what do you do? On, let's say today's night, you are starting business today. Alright, tell us what you want. What is the expense?
Yeah. First of all, I'll buy industrial iron, pressing iron.
Let's say you start tomorrow.
Industrial iron.
Pressing iron.
Industrial
How
iron.
much is that?
It's about 50K.
50,000.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here, write the date, the description of what it is, and then because it's an expense, it goes here, and this is important. Where something is an expense, we make income blank, alright? Now, how much is my balance? 200. Very good. And how do you get that number? Yes, 250 minus 50. Anytime there's an expense, you subtract. Okay, very good. So sometimes I see people write something here as an expense and income, but if it's in one of the columns, the other column will be zero.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
We need pressing table.
Okay, why table? Press iron table. Yes. Okay.
And how much?
Now we are at 25,000.
So what we're gonna balance? Please next follow. Alright, what next?
We buy stash.
Start. Buy start.
A drum of stash.
1 drum of start. Okay, start. How much?
30,000. Transport from Lagos to Akure, 5,000.
Okay, and transition 5,000. Transfer. Okay.
This is still the same day.
Okay, okay, same day.
Yes.
Same day.
Transport, how much? 5? Okay. What about when you start making money?
See buying.
Something buying.
Okay.
I'm not finished. Sorry. I believe he is asking that when the business is starting already, so it's using 50,000 to start a business. So the business has already established. Now he now asking that maybe your income it is 100,000.
business? When did you start? Do you already have it? Does it already exist? So if it already exists, you've already bought these things. Okay, let's talk about this month, okay? So if you've already started a business, we don't need to talk about this, right? This is for this month. How much money do you actually have? What do we buy, what do we sell this month, okay? So I think that some people create this always thinking about starting a business, and this is supposed to be realistic. This is supposed to be for your real business. What are you actually buying? What are you actually selling, right? So have you already done this? Have you already? Okay, let's start over. Okay, how much money do you have in your business today? Yeah, how much do you have today in your business? You have 15,000? Okay, so we're gonna start with 15, okay? Alright, very good. Yeah, it's okay, right. It's okay if someone does not already have a business, they can fill this out as if they're starting a business. But because she already has her business, we're going to talk about it realistically, okay? So we're starting with 15,000. And what's the next thing that you'll buy or sell?
We buy nylon for packaging of clothes. Nylon. Yes.
Packaging material? When will you buy? So let's talk about your business starting today. What's the next thing that you will buy for your So next up, mobile explain. What will you sell them for? Will you sell things for them? Will you make money?
After packaging, the customer will come to big clothes to wash their clothes. We'll package it in nylon. We'll now put it out to them to pay us.
Okay, so how much money do you make? When's your next sell?
Okay, let's see, it's 400 naira per one. Then shirts, like this 60 shirts is 200 naira per one. Jean, 200 wash, I think 200 naira.
Okay, so in normal laundry, when someone gives you their laundry, how much is it usually cost?
Okay, that's 2,000.
Okay, so let's say you do laundry tomorrow, okay? So then 310, clean, let's say you clean John's clothes, okay? Clean John's clothes for 2,000? Okay, so that's the income, right? So the expenses like plus 2,000, now we're at 17,000. Okay, very nice. And then what other income
and starch and soap.
Okay, how much does that cost?
That one will cost like 500 naira.
For all of it?
Yes, just for that 2K clothes.
Okay.
Starch, soap.
And that's the cost about 500. 500 is expense. Keeping like now we're at 16.5. Okay, very good. And then you might do that. Is there more expenses than income?
Electricity.
And how much is that?
Let's say average of maybe 200 naira. So I know that's 2,000.
Let's take the whole number.
Okay, for the 9 months, what about 5,000?
5,000. And this, are you going to buy this at the beginning of every month?
That 100 naira is just for that 2,000 naira clothes. That is starch, nylon, and soap. But the electricity per month is 5,000.
It's 5,000.
We use electricity to pump water.
Okay, so you clean John's clothes, and then you have to pay for nylon carton soap. And if I understand, you don't pay for this every single time, right? You do this by once at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
So how much does it cost at the beginning of the month? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I think I would like I would want like 12,000 naira from the beginning of the month. 12,000 naira 9 months. 12.
Which is clean Mary's laundry, Disney and you charge about 2,000, right? And how much do you usually clean per month? How many people's clothes do you
I'm saying like 20 people's clothes.
So every time you clean someone's clothes, you break it down on there. That would be plus 2 every time, right?
Some of 10,000. Some clothes can be up to 10,000. Yes. Some clothes, some people around 8,000, 12,000, 15,000. Varies.
Okay, so let's say every time you clean someone's clothes, you'll write it in here, right? And every time that's an income, so every time you clean this way. And let's say you clean 40,000 naira for your clothes. So let's say that goes up 40,000 naira, where you would actually write it down. And then how much do you pay yourself in salary?
Yeah, I base myself on salary. I base myself on 40K a month.
You pay yourself 40,000?
Yes.
Okay. So salary.
And I pay my workers 15,000.
What?
My workers. To work.
How much?
70,000.
Yourself is 40,000. And then you have 2 employees. So salary, 40,000. Okay? And then you have, so that's going to put us out to other people. So hopefully you're making more money as well. Okay? So how much are you making per month? 100 makes a lot of and then you have employee salaries. So you have 2 employees. So you write that down in time. It's the employee salary. And you write that in your lines, right? So one is going to be 15. Okay. 15. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you.
Please, let's clap for her. You can say you want me like this to sit down. Okay? Alright, let's go on. So now, this is her lovely business. Alright? We started with what she has at hand after she has set up the business. This is the business already functioning. And what she has at hand for today was 50K, 15,000. So she by tomorrow, she is hoping to clean some clothes that she will be paid 2K. And then she's also planning to buy leather for the whole month, which perhaps she has already bought, at 12K. Yeah, 12K. But what I want to understand is this. You see the expense column? Every expense she makes is recorded in the expense column. And it's deducted from the balance she already has. And where is the outside?
put at is where under the balance column. So the balance column at every point in time makes us to know how much we have at hand. When we want to buy anything, we deduct from the money we have to buy. And when we are selling, we are adding to the money we already have in our bank. At the end of the whole exercise, she was able to arrive at an expense or a balance of 100K per month.
And that's when she washed clothes for 50 people.
Yes, that's because she washed clothes for 50 people. The different charges she charges. But in this case, because it's your business, you are supposed to take details of how many clothes comes in. In fact, this sheet can be used by your staff to ensure that everything that is done, expenses and income, is recorded on daily basis. So when you come to the shop, you simply print that sheet. This sheet is going to help you interpret your income statement. Do you understand? But look at it here now. She also has a salary she pays to herself. That is very key. Because most of us that run business, we do not consider paying ourselves salary. Because the business is our own. So we can always take from it as we want. And that is called stealing from the business. Because the way you take the money from the business without putting yourself on a salary or a commission, you end up eating the business or doing it. Alright? She pays herself 40,000 salary. It's recorded in assessment. And she pays her staff, 2 staff, 15,000. At the end of the whole day or the month, she has what? She has a balance of 32,000. The question here is, what is our ending cash balance? What is our ending cash balance for this board? What do we write here? Hello? 32K. Why did you say 32K? Can you answer? And cash at hand. So we pay for this day, the closing cash balance is for 32K. Good. Please let's do that.
Alright, very nice. Thank you so much for your help. Sorry we got complicated. I want to talk about one more thing. The idea of the income and expense log is that you write down every single time that you spend money in your business or that you earn money. So we skipped over this part, but in reality, we should write down every time we have a sale, we should write it down in our income and expense log, right? So this was supposed to happen 50 times. We should write it down every single time. And then we add 2 every single time that it happens, okay? We talked about employee salary, and I heard a lot of people saying, oh, just write 30,000, just write 30,000. But if we have 2 employees, we write 15,000 each, right? We'll summarize it later, but the idea of this sheet is that we write down every single thing. And so if we have 2 different employees, we'll write down 2 different charges, okay? Okay, very good.
So with that, we now move to the income statement. Now please, I hope you copy down this for example, because the income statement is going to come out from this. Alright? Okay, please fill out your next minutes. I'll fill out in 2 minutes.
And go ahead and fill it out for your own
One thing to add for the ambassadors as well is that I realize that sometimes people are not going to have a real business yet, and in that case, if they don't have a real business yet, then they can fill this out hypothetically. They can fill this out how they think the business they want to run will happen. Okay?
Alright, so can we do this very fast? Because we are going to be asking questions so we get the income statement. We can snap it so you have something to write and then we discuss the next one. You see this thing here? they will tell you if you want to write a business proposal, they will tell you, you know, you have to prepare your income statement, your income and expense log, and your cash flow. When they mention those kind of English language, you become confused because you don't know what they mean. This is what we are doing. That looks very simple. Alright? So the income and expense log shows to you at a glance how you spend and how you earn. Alright? How you record this down. And it also shows to you at a glance what cash you have at hand. Do you understand? But now the income and expense log is not showing you if you made profit or loss. It is only the income statement that will show you if you made profit or you made a loss. And how do you do that? You simply separate what you have in your income and expense log. In the expense level, take it all and put it where we have expense. Look at it. Down here is the expense. So everything we have, I put it in the expense column. Write it here. And everything I put it in income. Write it here. You see, you have total income, you have total expenses. Then you calculate it. As simple as that. So if you have what was on the board before now, you can simply do that. But as you writing, you now be reading it out. It's almost done. Okay, good. Now, in the income of our laundry business, what and what did she sell that she made income? She washed clothes. She washed John's clothes. Very good. So we just sum it up. Total washing of clothes. And put the amount there. Can we do that? Yes. Under the income, let us know total clothes she washed. Wash clothes. How much?
I think we summarized that even before.
Okay.
Times.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. It should be how much?
Complex.
Right.
You don't have 400K.
I think so.
Okay. How much was the total? Total of this income. Then we'll put some money here. Who's napkin? Snap it.
But that's plus these three.
Yeah.
So 104.
Okay, 104.
That's just one. Right?
Yes, total clothes she washed. But if the income had come into another source, we would have written it out. Okay? But total clothes she washed was 104. Now, total income will not be what? 104K. That is all. The next one is what? Expenses. Now, what did she buy? What nylon? How much was that? What nylon? Yes.
And how much is that?
How much? 12,000. Electricity?
5,000.
Electricity was 5.
Right?
Salary.
Salaries, total salaries. Yes. 70,000.
So you don't separate your own from your employees, right? So there's 40.
Okay.
And then now
Employees.
21.
Yes. Beautiful. So total expense will be what? 17 plus 5, 75, 87.
87, alright. 87.
Beautiful. Now, what is our profit or loss? Profit or loss is what? Total income minus total expenses. So what we have, 104 minus 87, what do we get? 70K.
Very 17.
Are you sure? 104 minus 87.
Okay, 17. That is our problem. We said that our starting cash balance was 15, right? Yes. So what were our closing cash balance?
What was our closing cash balance? The ending cash balance before.
Starting was, we started the month with 15,000.
Yes.
What are we ending the month? Very good. 32. Very good. Because you had 15.
You see, now this is our income statement of our business. So your own business, you can also get out it. See, when you get out this income statement, don't be too busy to always interpret your income and expense law in your business. This is what shows you if you are making profit or you are making losses. So that when you know that you are making losses, if your expense is too high, you have to adjust. So of course, our income, our expenses will be in the house. Will ask them, Bisi, give me the recharge card. Bisi will tell the recharge card. Okay? Bisi, my son needs the recharge card in the school. Bisi will tell the recharge card. From where is she sending from? From the business of the day. Now, if Bisi is not very attentive or very intelligent, if she has not recorded it, and then you take your this thing and go home, you interpret it and you see loss. Who will you call? Bisi, what happened that we are making loss? I told you. So when you now see that the level of your recharge card is too high, you can adjust. Maybe that was when the loss came in. And Bisi will save her neck. Alright.
The questions I want to ask, okay, you have answered some. Alright. So I want to ask that, is it possible for one to make loss? Yes, a month of the year. Maybe first month, second month, third month, you make a profit. And for months, you make losses. Then, how do you say you should adjust? How should one adjust?
Very good question. So his question was, if you're making loss, you can definitely make loss. It's very common to make loss. If the expenses are higher than the income, you'll get a loss, right? And if we're making a loss, that's why we need to create a cash flow. A cash flow shows us throughout months how we're doing. If we're making profits, if we're making losses, and you can start to look back at the pattern. Okay, in January I made a profit, but in February I made a loss, and then again in March I made a loss. What was different in January than February and March, right? How can I adjust my business so that I'm making profits? I always need to reduce expenses and increase income. So what did I do in January that was good? What did I do in February and March that was bad? That's why these are such useful tools. Each one of these things of paperwork is a tool to help you in your business. Looking at this, okay, this was a good month. We earned $17,000 in profit, right? Let's say next month we lose. What did we do better this month than we did last month? This tells a story, right? These paperwork tell a story.
Okay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, in this preparation of problems and health and expenses, I find it there is no calling for transportation and expenses. Maybe I feel
That is an expense. If you pay money for transportation, another you can just put it under expense in your income and expense law. Transportation, so that it's not which things you cannot pinpoint, you put an amount of money there. It will fall under expenses. Now, what he's saying is this. When you understand this, you will know how to promote your business. And when you keep making loss, that is where you see most of the banks look at. They will look at your starting opening cash balance, closing cash balance, profit or loss. Those three columns, the way they move shows your business is making profit or not. And sometimes they say you can book for 3 months, you see profit. For the next month, you now see loss. Then you ask yourself, what have we done wrong? If you look at your expenses, you see that you spend money where you're not supposed to spend money. So you adjust and withdraw. And say, no, we can't spend money like this. Now, if a bank sees and tells you, give me your cash flow for 6 months, they are asking you to give them this for 6 months. Because you don't know how to do it, the accountant will help you do it and you pay him 50,000 more. Do you understand? Okay, sir.
Thank you. My name is Prince Adelewa Michael. The question that I want to ask is, if someone has 2 or more lines of businesses, let's say you are doing a laundry, that's a washing whatever. You are into farming. That of farming comprises fishery, poultry. You are getting it now. And at times you have a crop farming under it. If you are preparing this type of income statement, are you going to aggregate them together or you put them separately and separately? In such a case, someone is competent, says because at times when you are buying feed, you understand me now. When you are buying feed for either poultry or fish, in a bigger poultry, it fluctuates the price. What you get in the morning, you won't get it in the evening. Yes. And if you don't have a competent sales staff or whatever, someone with the running loss, yes, without knowing, yes, you get it now. So, as you have answered the question now that we have to do them separately, is good. It means that we must shine our
Okay, yes. You see, most often we are owners of business. We create business for ourselves to manage business. It's just like when you get to a shop, you see the whole shop looks so full. You think that is as full as it is. That is how the money is. You don't know that you are eating most of the money on the ground because you don't have the knowledge of this. Now, for each of those businesses, you take your time. Please give me the income and expense for poultry. Give me for fish. Give me for what's that one? Laundry. Now, as the MD of the company, every day you should not be too busy to take those tissue paper and go home. When you sit in your house, in the office in your house, you will interpret all of them in income statement. As you are coming back again to meet, you can declare. This is your meeting with him. Why is it that it's like this? Yeah. Why is it that it's like this here? Before you know it, your plan will be very careful because he knows you understand the taste. It's as simple as that. So we need to create time for our business and how time to do all these things. Alright? And this is a very simple way of it. Most companies that don't do this, they are the ones that call in auditors at the end of the year. I say, auditor, come and audit my account. This is what the auditor is coming to do. Do you understand? So we can easily do it by creating time, no matter how busy we are throughout the day. In the night, we'll take our books and look at it and interpret it like this. Before you know you have become an expert, it becomes part of you. And so you, at a glance, you always know how your business is moving. Alright?
Yeah, thanks. Okay, any more questions about the income statement? Yeah, right here.
Well, in trying to create these forms when I had time to, when I first started, I realized that laying more money on the expenses can actually generate more income for me. is that good financial principle? Because instead of going to Lagos, for example, to buy 6% in a property, if I should add more money to buy 9 or 12 cars, you're able to generate more income. And so, even though I'm having more expenses, I'm making much more profit than I will make because I will have the amount of compensation I will do. That would be my preference.
Yeah, so if I understand, you're saying usually when you spend more, you make more. Yeah, that's typically true. Yeah, if you're able to spend more money, you're able to make more money. Yeah, it's true. So we'll see as we go through the business budget that, okay, now that we have 32,000, how can we start spending a little bit more to increase our laundry business, to make it a bigger laundry business, right? So when we have, that's why we have to burn money in our business. So we can take that money in our business and invest it to make our business grow. Very good. Yeah. I've heard the time I've spent here in Nigeria, I've noticed something. I've noticed that you guys are hustlers. You're hard workers. And you work hard and work all day long, and you never stop working. But sometimes you work so hard that you don't make time to write down the work that you're doing. And that hurts your businesses so much because a lot of times the businesses aren't as organized or as well kept track of as they could be, right? So we need to take time and slow down, keep track of what's going on, and it'll give you control of your financial business, okay? Any other questions about the income statement? Yeah, do you have another question? Go ahead.
There is no ending cash balance in this place. So I don't know if it's the more you did on the board, there is starting cash balance. But this time, the project something, there is no starting cash balance.
Okay, this is a really great, no, I know, you're right. This is a really great question. A lot of people have asked this question. So we have the 4 different pieces of paperwork. There's the personal budget, then we have the income and expense log, the income statement, and then the business budget, okay? The personal budget is its own thing. That's separate from the other 3. But the income and expense log, the income statement, and the business budget all go together. They should all be the same numbers, okay? So a lot of people say, so in this one, we don't have starting and ending cash balance, but we already talked about our starting balance and income and expense log, right? That same starting cash balance should be brought over to the business budget, okay? I just wrote this so you know what we're going to do in business budget. You don't have to include these in the income statement, but we're going to have these when we go to business budget. And so I just wanted you to know, we got this number from our income and expense log that started at the beginning. And then if you look at this, you can tell what our ending cash balance is, and we're going to talk about that more in business budget. Yeah. But for the actual paperwork, it's not on there for income statement. You're right. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you, Justina, for that question. Any other questions? All right. Are we good to move on to business budget? Do we need to stand and stretch, or we're just good to move on? Good to move on. Okay, great. Let's move on. I'm going to start drawing it out. Do you want to tell them the importance of the business budget?
All right. The business budget is otherwise known as our cash flow. Okay? And what we are simply going to do.
Can I tell you the difference? There's a difference between a cash flow and a business budget.
Okay?
A cash flow projection is one thing. A cash flow is simply many income statements put together. That's a cash flow. So we can say this year we're in March now. So we put November, December, January, and February all together and look at those numbers, and that's cash flow. Okay? Because we can see how is money going in, how is money going out. A business budget projects into the future, okay? The business budget is a cash flow projection. It's an estimate of what will happen going forward.
Thank you for that. Yeah, the business budget is a cash flow projection. And those of us are also familiar with cash flow analysis. Isn't it? So cash flow analysis is different from the cash flow projection. How is it different? You are giving a cash flow analysis. So once you get to a bank and they ask you, oh, you want a business loan? You say yes. You say how much? When did you start your business? You say I've been in business for the past 5 years. You say, oh, for the past 5 years, please can you give us your cash flow analysis? Do you understand? But if you say you are just starting the business or you are about to go into the business, they will say, please can you give us your cash flow projection? You see how two different things are? So in this business project, it is a cash flow projection because you are projecting. It is assumed that you know yet started the business, so we want you to project how the business will look like in the next couple of months. Now, the one we have here already is structured in such a way you see both plan and actual. Please, for the purpose of this training, we only expect you to fill out the plan, leave the actual spaces blank. We have 4 months here. Each of the months have plan, actual. So just concentrate on the plan columns. Alright, now what we are going to be doing is the same thing that we've imputed in the income statement. So if you already have the income statement with you, you can as well do numbers. What we have, you see that by this side of it, you see have the same drawings of what we have in the income statement, isn't it? So we are simply put what you saw on the board before you took a picture of it and still it out there and we keep moving. Do you understand what I mean? Who doesn't understand? This is what we are talking about. Am I right? The income statement. Simply copy out this and put in the first page and put it in between this place. Yeah. Copy out what you have in your income statement and insert it here. Can we do that? What? Ashko? Is it page 10? Let me get this. Oh, you put it on it. Oh, excellent. No. See, it's different ones. We start with distribution, which is under the income. We have clothes washed. So total income is 104.
Our total 104. What are the expenses?
104. Expenses now electricity. Okay. 12,000. Okay.
And gas electricity, which is 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, 5.
Then salary 40.
Salary 40.
And employee salary 10. Then total expenses 87K.
You see how this is the same exact thing as the income statement we were talking about. And then it's
Profit and loss 17K.
17. Good. So now our opening we talked about was 15K, and we got that from the income and expense column.
Yes.
Okay. Profit, how much? So 17K. So that number here is going to be brought down to here.
Yes.
Okay. And then our closing, so 32. Very good. And now, what's the opening for April? 32, right? So this closing for March is always going to be the opening for the next one.
So you see how simple it is. Okay, have a question?
Good afternoon. My name is David from Ladabo. My question over there is on that expense column. On that expense column over here, we have like 7 columns, and we are projecting. Like over here, we are projecting for 4 months. Like in the next month, we are paid for that 7 column. And in the next month now, they are increasing the expense. How can we do that? How can we adjust that? On this,
Okay, the next one, you say you have increase in your expense.
in the expense, how can we put it over there in the form?
Now, what he's saying is this, like in the first month, he has already done that. But in the second month, he has increased in the expense. It means you have additional columns where you have increase, isn't it? Like transportation, your income and expense, you can add, alright? You can add, and then you reflect the next month that we are talking about. Is that what you mean? If, for instance, if you don't add transportation, in the first month you didn't add transportation, isn't it? Well, in the second month you will have transportation. So you now put transportation and come to the second month and put it under expense. Transportation, how much it is. That for sure is going to increase your expense. Alright? But that does not stop you from also working to make sure in the second month your income increases. Do you get it? So whichever way you want to do it, at a certain point, if they are projecting, your projection should be that you want to see positive results. You want to make profit. So if you project and you make loss, it means in the third month, you need to make sure you put in more effort to make more sales so that it will cover your expenses. Are you following that? Have I answered your question? Yes. So, because if you are projecting and you want somebody to help you, projection is like you are actually trying to set goals for yourself that you want to do better. Alright? If you are earning commission on your products, you know that when you sell 10 packs of water, for instance, you know how much you are going to make. So, imagine the next month, you now sell 5 packs. You know that your own commission will reduce. So what will you do? You will tell people working with you that see our target for this month is 20 packs. Because you have said that when you sell more, you earn more. That's when you put yourself on commission. That is what so many people do now. Alright? And that's when you see them pushing their workers. Go, do market, do advert. They spend so much money in advert because they want to earn more.
Yeah, so let's imagine that we want to pay ourselves more money. So the whole idea, just like what Exodus was saying, this business budget helps us to set goals for our business. So let's say these are what we're planning on spending in March, and then come April, let's say we want to have a higher income so we can pay ourselves a higher salary, okay? But in order to have a higher income, we're going to plan, okay, let's say that I want to have an income of 150K, okay? So let's say my plan is to have 150K in April. In order to wash that many clothes, which one of my expenses are going to go up?
In order to wash so many clothes, wash in the first month, wash 1 and 4.
Okay, very good. So soap's going to go up, right? So we earn 104 and spend 12. By spending 150, we'll probably end up spending, I don't know, maybe like 16 or 17, right? So let's say we end up spending now 16,000 there, and electricity might go up to 6, 7, okay? We might go up to 7. Salary, let's say the whole idea is that we want to pay ourselves more, right? So we pay ourselves 45, right? So here we're spending more to make more, right? Employees, let's say we spend the same on employees. Eventually, if we're gonna keep going higher and higher and wash more clothes, we'll probably need to hire more people eventually, right? So let's say we don't do that yet, but maybe in May that's something that we're gonna want to do, right? So we'll go 30 here, and then transportation, that's gonna cost 5K, okay? And so you see how here now our expenses went up. I don't know what this is. It's only this math for me. 16 plus 7 is 23 plus 45, 68. 68 plus 30 is 98. Plus 5 is 103. Okay, so we have 103 here. So now, this was a good investment, right? We spent more, but we also were able to earn more here, right? But we have to make sure that we have enough here, right? Do we have enough in our opening cash balance to be able to spend more? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. So now, what's our profit or loss? 47. Very good. So this is a good investment. 47, that 47 comes down here. And what's my closing? Yeah, that's gonna be, you're right, 79. Okay, 79. So now we have 79,000 naira, right? That's our closing, that's gonna be our opening for May. Right? Because that closing always moves over to the opening. So now we have 70,000 naira. What can we do to expand our business? We might want to make some investments now to expand our business. Maybe that's hiring a new employee, or maybe that's spending more on advertising, right? You can do a lot of things to. The whole idea of this is to be able to set goals and make plans to grow your business. Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Okay. So I hope you understand that. So, one last question. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I want to set an example. Let's say in front of me, one of my working tools, not spoiled. And I look to place that tools in front of me. And it costs like $150. Am I going to spread down the ticket across the board, or I'm just spreading down the ticket for that room? I don't mind that when I'm going down the ticket for that room, my expense will be grass.
Now, in the first place, for your profit, you don't have 150. Alright? So, except because you want to buy the tool, you want to pick up the loan. Alright? So, whenever you buy the tool, you pay. And that loan, you must be very careful to be sure of the terms of that loan. If it is something that is spread within a 12 year, and you see how much you are paying every month, and your profits can carry, alright, then you can go for the loan. Okay? And then that loan will come under expenses, where you now spread the loan every month. Suppose you take a loan of 120,000. Okay, it means every month we pay 30,000 to service the loan. Alright? So now your profit here is 79,000. If you take a loan that you pay 30,000 every month so that you expand your business, your profits can come. Alright? So you can deduct 10,000 every month. Now this is where most of us make a lot of mistakes. And then we see somebody going for that loan. And almighty Apple, I know that one is there. Yes. Yeah, then you take maybe like 100,000. Before you know it, your business is going down, and without them that they are giving us juju money. Yes, you have heard that a lot. It's not juju money, it is because the person never understood the business budget. When you see your business budget making profit continuously like this, and you pick a loan like that, you can easily pay the loan because your profits can carry. Alright? And when you are making profits like this, and moving forward, the profits can decide or let you know if you can go for a loan to expand. I used to say, when you are picking up a loan, two things can happen. One, family will come in and pay 50% of that money. So you say 50%, you may eventually have to go and start that business. You know, sometimes it's when the money enters the account, don't know where they are. Mommy will come from the village. My picking that leg have started. You get it? And so you want to help out because money have come in. But you need to be very mindful that your existing business, the business plan is showing you that this business can afford to pay for the loan of the other business for the next 6 months. That is how you can expand.
Alright? So we need to take cognizance of this. So I know how we understood this. We can all complete our own in 4 months. Can we do that? Just project the next 4 months. Let's see what's our arrival.
Yeah. And for the project, we just need the plans, okay? Ambassadors, we just need the plans for the project. But for your business, it's important that after you make a plan, that you're keeping track, first on your income and expense log, then on your income statement, and then you write here in your business budget. So you can see, okay, I planned on making 150, but what did I actually make? So this is a plan, and we should try to reach that plan. This expresses our goals. Yeah, let's go here and here.
Giving the MPS. You have to ask yourself what is the meaning of the MPS? Master of business in the street. It means in that street, you are telling everyone that you are the master. And how does a master behave? A master does things the way others will not do it and succeeds. A bottle of water is maybe sold for 100 naira. If you sell this bottle of water for 95 naira, you still make profit. Are you getting me? But maybe you decide to sell it for 95 naira, you become a distributor. We have sold this water. I've got a lot of this in this life. My wife started selling seaway bottled water this side. She will go and buy it. They will bring, when she buys it, she will now sell. She was selling her own 10 naira difference. Just 10 naira difference. She was still making a profit of about 40 naira for each bottle. Because she's selling her own 10 naira difference, they started giving her even on credit because she was selling out. What was secret? She understands. When you go there, AC is going, and then you buy that product plus the bottle. Are you getting me? He said the amount is even cheaper than the one you buy across the street. Then that one they give you plus the bottle. Tell me, where would you like to go at? Top right. So he said, what they do, they simply remove 10 kobo or 1 kobo, 99 naira, 99 kobo. Because of that 1 kobo, somebody will pay transport from the header and go to shop right to buy. You see it? So what you need to do in every business you enter into, you must first have a plan and understand the business. See the way other people are doing it. Do your own differently. When you do your own a little bit, just a little bit differently, you attract the customers to want. Promotion. You know how to promote this business. So there's especially someone succeeded in that business. What person think you not succeed? Are you getting me? Or the person has 4 eyes or 2 heads. He has the same eyes and the same head like you. You maybe look more handsome than the person. So why won't you succeed? First make your mind that you are determined to succeed. And once you're determined to succeed, you will succeed. Okay, I think it's one of our principles that will ask you, know who you are. Are you getting me? You first need to know who you are, identify what you can do better, and focus your energy on businesses related to that. There are people who know that they can dance. They use that to become millionaires. Dancing. So what we look at her as she doesn't know what she's doing. But because she loves dancing, by dancing she was able to use it to create a dancing exercise room and celebrate people. So know who you are and you can succeed. Don't be afraid of any business. If you apply these principles we are telling you, where we miss it is because we miss, especially local work, we don't take it serious. Take your own very serious. Watch the market. Do your own differently. You will succeed. It's as simple as that. Alright? How about answer the question? Alright. Okay.
We need some advice.
Okay.
Like, the question is pertaining to starting a new business.
Alright.
And entrepreneurial, where you mentioned that we should not be eating from our business.
Yes.
And you have made your paperwork, you have projected for 6 months. That after the 6 months, you'll be making profits. Before the 6 months now, how can that person, so that you want to take it from the business, how can that person sustain?
Very simple.
Probably to stand on the existing protocols. All that have been said so far boils down on discipline. If you don't have discipline, there's no one who can make it. Everything that you said, everything that he said is on discipline. We must have discipline in all that we are doing. And if that's the same discipline you take into the business, you flourish better. If you decide not to hit your business money, no matter how hungry you are, and there is no way you will not make it. Once you say this money is being set aside for business, it's for business, not allow anything to take you there. If you need any other thing, you source it from any other area. And that's the only way you can make success in anything that you are doing. So I think the answer is discipline.
You say, even if you are starting a business, you need to pay yourself a salary. I get it. Your business is just starting, and then you made a projection for 6 months. That projection you are making, your salary should be there. Even if it's very small. It means at the end of the day, you have to cut your expenses according to your salary, because you want the business to grow. Do you get me? Or you pay yourself a commission. The good thing about paying yourself a commission is that if it's a commission, you work more hard. Because if you want to increase your earnings, it means you have to sell more. Do not start a business without putting a provision where you take care of yourself. You understand? That area you take care of yourself is part of what forms your plan, your business plan. If you put it there, as okay, my business is starting small. From all everything I've seen, I can afford to pay myself 20,000 naira a month. Applying discipline, you will live that 20,000 naira for the month. So the business will take its footing. The mistake we do is that, like I said, we have so much faith. Our faith has even passed the faith of other people. Are you getting me? Our faith is that if I eat it today, tomorrow I will get. That is not how business works. Because when you eat it today, tomorrow you don't have it, the business is affected. So you need to set standards, pay yourself a salary or commission, make sure the business money is there. Even if somebody comes with anything, any challenge that needs your help, look at your salary. Can I take out part of this and give this person and still survive? Let me tell you something. If somebody comes to you for your business and goes to your business place and see how the business is, the person will first appreciate you, will first thank you, or oh, your business is very sweet, look at how you are doing, you are looking very fine. He will be psyching you up. Give the person the next 2 minutes. He will tell you why he or she came. I want to say, my sister, he get that you, things are not working well in the house. I need help from you. She has already signed you and you are still dancing. So when he tell you what I need is 30,000, you know that your salary is 20,000. How can you now give the person 30,000? Do you see what we say? So if you want to help that person, you can tell the person, okay, well, my salary, what I have is 20,000. I can give you 5,000 so that I can use the remaining one to take care of my home. That person will tell you thank you for making an effort. If you give the person 30,000 that he or she asked for, the person will still tell you thank you. There is not the thank you that the person will roll on the ground to appreciate that thank you. But you need to be mindful of your business. Because if that business collapse, because you are helping people above what you're supposed to do, it's the same person that will be the one that can tell you, this person doesn't have sense. Every money that is given to him or her is always squandering the whole money. That's why the business is not going forward. I hope you learn something. Yes, say hi.
Very nice.
has to be fast. Okay.
We're gonna have time for pictures later, okay? Alright, let's start getting back together. We'll have time for pictures later. Yeah. After the training, we'll have time for more pictures.
Okay, we'll get back together.
Alright, everyone sit down. Okay, everyone sit down. For pictures at the end. But one thing that we need to talk about is just as success ambassadors, how can you reach the most amount of people possible, and how can you be successful in your business? What we've seen in Abuja and here in Kure and all over the world is that the most successful ambassadors work with organizations. They're able to train groups and land contracts, right? It's really great work to train individuals, but by training groups, you're able to reach the most amount of people. So I want to talk a little bit about landing contracts. So I'm going to have Exie to say a few things, and then I want Sandra to say a few things as well. Can you just tell us what is the best way to land a contract with an organization? How are you able to work with groups of people?
Yeah, like what he said, if you want to really make business out of this training, you need to understand how you can easily get contacts that will give you contacts. Now, there are groups you can meet. We have groups like some groups market women, groups in president, secretary, any one of their heads or leaders, you try and get in touch with them. Because these groups, the executive of those groups also want to find a way of making money. And then they want also to prove to their members that they can give them capacity that will enable them grow their business. So if you are able to meet with them and talk to them about the MBS training, a good number of them will become very interested. Now, the next thing you talk to them about is how you can send them an official letter. Alright? Always make your discussion with each of these kind of groups very official. And if you need Interweave Nigeria letterhead that has been the US address and the guide, I am always here to help out. We'll talk about it, I'll give you a letter to them, correspondence, it makes it more official. Alright? You can meet designated persons in some agencies. What I mean by designated person is that it's not every agency that has the possibility of empowerment. Okay? But most of the ministries and parastatals, they are also interested on how their retirees live after retirement. So the unions in each of those ministries, you can easily contact them. You can appointment, see the chairman of each of the union, and talk to them. Why am I targeting this set of people? These are persons in the unions whose duty it is to see how they can help their members. And by so doing, it's also avenues where they can as well make some money. Are you following me? So they will be interested in any training program that will empower their members, alright, with knowledge, and also that will put something in their pockets. Without, you can easily sell the program. But above all, any organization you want to meet, you should be able to get the contact of who you can write, alright, for Interweave Nigeria. And you come. If it's something they want to see someone like me or a group of ambassadors, you are always there. In addition, whenever you are putting down this letter, always let them know the statistics of those who are passed through this program in the world. And the countries where this program is, if possible, we can state the figure. We are in 74 countries. That alone gives credibility to what you are talking about. And then the certificate itself is a national certificate. That alone makes them very happy because they want to have an additional certificate that is not of Nigeria.
Okay, so can we write down some of the things you've talked about so far?
Okay.
Number one, right? You can talk about your official letter and or proposal. It's also called a proposal, right?
Yes, proposal.
Official letter or proposal. Okay. And then what's next?
You target specific persons. You don't just go there and discuss with everyone. Target the heads, alright? The chairmen, those that are in charge, or the secretary, people that take decisions. You meet them. They are the ones that will come when they know what they are going to benefit. They are going to convince others to join. Okay? You target them.
Okay. Sorry, specific
People. Yeah, the heads of your positions.
And what's the next step?
Identify your missions. You need to identify your missions that you are going to. Like for instance, the group of ambassadors took us to meet with the Commissioner for Youth and Development. Now, when these ambassadors succeed in getting, because Commissioner gave his word, that is even going to sponsor the training. Those ambassadors are already preparing to have 2 weeks of money. But you other ambassadors will also be brought in because it's not going to be a small project. Do you understand? So it's something that you can do as a team. In fact, when you write to them and they respond, don't go alone. Go with 2 or 3 ambassadors so that each of you will form a very good team that they know that this program has people on ground.
Yes, there's power numbers. Yeah.
You get it?
So visit with the team.
Yes, visit with the team.
Okay.
Now, so which organizations do we think need this program? I've mentioned some. Alright? Corporate societies need this program. NGOs need this program. Alright? Churches need this program. Unions need this program. Associations, market women associations, different set of associations, they need the program. Alright? So this set of people, you need to find out who are their heads and meet them. Once you discuss it with them and they give you an opportunity to come back and address, another thing you need to also have in mind is sometimes you give a free 1-day seminar. Alright? A pilot 1-day seminar, free. So when you tell them, okay, we can give you a free 1-day seminar, you are only going to be discussing the introduction of the NBS. When you finish discussing that introductions, and you must master the quality of life way. And every organization you are going to, you must master how to apply it to the organization. Don't do the general one we are doing. Apply it to the organization. What do I mean by that? And if you go to an association, for instance, marketing association, how would you apply the quality of life way to what they do? So it's something that you need to be prepared when you are moving in. Market women, their basic idea is our interest is how to make profit from their business. Alright? So you put some things on the quality of life that will make them see how they can make profit.
This is called job to be done, right?
Good job. Yes. So after, do you have any questions? Some of us have so many areas. There's an ambassador in Aquaga, in Asawa State, that because of the community service, they went to do in a police station. The DPO or that police station asked all these police officers to come to the court. You see, I've never seen a school where part of the requirement for you to graduate from the school is that you go and make an environment of someone. So everybody goes to the course. You understand? And he paid for it. He paid for each of those officers that attended the training. So there are some things you do, very simple things, you see a lot of people coming in. Alright? So any questions? it's a training that can take 3 months, but in batches. Alright? So if it's 100 people, you divide them into a group of 20, so you have 5 groups. And if you want to make it very interesting, you bring in 4 ambassadors plus yourself. If they have a very good place, you structure the timetable for the training. So each ambassador comes in to pick his own trainings on the days he's going to come and pick it up. And you spread it for a month or so. The more you keep the training a little longer, the more you know that it's of value and you pay well. But if you make it a very, very crash program, they will not take it very serious. And besides, crash program is actually very hectic. But the one you spread, you have time to train them. And you teach them the principles. And you must let them understand that part of this training is that each of the students are required to go out to research on businesses. You must take that. So it makes it more interesting. And then we have the collaboration. Alright? There's another thing I would have taught to people, which is the playlet, the marketing playlet in the value, where we buy and sell. Most ambassadors in Abuja, so they have our Nigerian naira that was printed, that is used for buying and selling. What we do is like fun. On that particular day, different groups bring in their items, food items, whatever we buy, whatever we sell, we eat within the hall. And the money does not leave the door. So I do not go arrest you and say, yes, we have. So eat within, and it's always very fun. It's fake money. Yes, it's fun. So you can introduce things like that that will make the training very exciting. When they are leaving, you say, wow, we will make another competition.
It's how you add value, right? Yes. Talk about the principle of add value. This is a way to add value to your training. Like many more examples.
So, do you have any questions?
Can I have Sandra say a few things? Sandra just barely finished a contract with an organization. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So tell us how you got it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, my name is Ambassador Sandra. Actually, I thought of how to generate funds without receiving grant from Interweave Solution, because I see the MPS course as a business on its own. So I sat down, like everywhere, so I now look at where do I start from. I target the people that need it, the organizations that need it most. So I see that they have a combination of traders, market women, civil servants, people that have their own business or service on the area. So I went to the proposal letter that has the guidance of Interweave Solutions. So I put all what Interweave is all about. So many ambassadors, members of the ambassadors, members of the NS graduates, those that benefit, the benefit from Interweave, everything. I just put the right up. Then I back it up with my contracts that with my ID card for them to do that. I'm not a 419 or I'm not impersonating. So whenever they see me, especially with my pics with the wife, they gave me special attention. Wow, America is a shishef. But one thing is that the first thing they expect from me is that they're joking anything check out for a local. But I will let you know that you can make millions by yourself. If you follow the gift I have for you, if you receive the training, you can make millions. So I will go directly to the head of that organization. I will approach them into meeting. So with the help of God, they will give you audience. Some will even say, I will pray again. There is what do we call it? Okay, there is farming everywhere. You know things are not easy in Nigeria. Tell your people to give us something. They will be telling you, what do you bring for us? No food, they are hungry. I will tell you, don't worry, everything will be fine. So during that process, I will explain to the head of the organization, this is what is going on. If you people can take it like that, but I charge
I will let you know my charges that is affordable. The higher the participants, the lower my charges. The higher the participants, the lower the charges. But I'm supposed to charge you $200 per head. If I see the numbers of your organization that will be taking the course, I will beat my price down. So I will give the first 2 classes for free. Well, we see the way we relate with one another in the class. They are the ones to call me. Oh, why are you coming? We love to take the class because they learn from one another. As the 16 arrangement is organized in the sample, as the ambassador Kishira has said the other time about fishery farming, a lot of people that are into poultry, they learn from her. So they can bring in different knowledge, they share experience from one another. So doing this, the head of the organization will even introduce me to another branch that they wanted to recommend because when I tell them we are having a diploma certificate from Interweave Solution Arizona, USA. That's USA. Yay! I'm having certificates from US. So they don't want to hear it's good to take the course. So that's how I was able to land the contract. In fact, they celebrated us very well, which I'm very, very impressed. Thank you.
So wonderful. So we talked about a lot of great ideas to land contracts. Both of them talked about doing a pilot group. A lot of people want to see pilot groups before they go into a contract. Make sure that it's a good thing that you're going to be offering to the organization, right? One thing I want to talk about is how to talk about cost. Okay, Sandra talked about that a little bit, and Exodus talked about it a little bit. And what you need to do is you need to calculate each one of these things together, and then you can determine, and then you can talk to organizations about price. And you can actually use this to show organizations why you're charging what you're charging. So this is for the success ambassadors out there. We're going to imagine that you're teaching a group of 20 people, okay? We're going to talk about each one of these costs as if you were teaching a group of 20. So if you're teaching a group of 20 people, how much would you spend total in transportation? In Naira. Just think about it for a second. How much would you spend in transportation? Let's say it's a group of 20, you travel there 12 times to teach them 12 units. Maybe you can spend like 5,000 Naira. Is that too low? Too high? 15? Okay, let's say that we travel, it's about 15,000 Naira. Okay, so that's 15,000 Naira. What about manuals? How much does it cost to print 20 manuals for your person? How much? 20,000 Naira? Is that about accurate? 20,000 Naira. So it's about 1,000 a manual. 1,000 Naira a manual. Oh, it's 5,000 for one. So if you did 20, it'd be 100,000 Naira. Okay. So in manuals, you're paying 100,000 Naira. What about a venue? How much does a venue usually cost? 40? 30? How much? 200? Is that okay for venue? Okay. 200. Did you say 150 or 200? Okay, so we'll do 200 for venue. What about promotional costs? How much do you spend in promotion to promote the MBS course? 100K? Promotion too high? Too low? Too high. So 50K? 50? Okay, so promotion 50K. What about your time? How much is your time worth? Your time, yeah. How much do you charge for your time? Let's say you end up working at least, you're going to work probably at least 50,000 for your time. Okay, 50,000 for your time. What about your profit? How much do you want to make in profit? Also 50,000 maybe? Okay, let's say 50,000. What about certificates? How much does it cost to print out a certificate for 20 persons? 2,000 for one, so 40,000. Okay, 40,000 for certificates. What about graduations? How much does a graduation cost? What's the cost of a graduation? 50,000 for graduation. That's robes and food and things like that, right? Gowns. Okay, 50,000 for graduation. Okay, let's look at these expenses now. So in order for you to teach the NBS course, this is how much money you need to spend. Okay. So how much is this? We have 15, 115, 315, 365, 415, 465, 450, 465, 515. Am I wrong right now? 505? 505 is my number. 515. 555? Yes. Wow, okay. So 555. So in order for you to teach the NBS course, you're going to spend 555,000 naira. So when you talk to an organization about charging, you need to say, okay, my cost, this is how much I charge. My cost is 500 to train 20 people. This is just an example, but you have to calculate your own true cost. But you can say to the organization, look, my cost is 555,000 naira to train 20, right? That's what you can say. But you can say, look, I can offer discounts to you, right? You as an organization, this is my normal cost, this is how much I charge, but I can offer you discounts. Here's my breakdown. If you provide a venue, I can take off 200,000 for you. And now I'm charging 355, right? Let's say if you provide printing, I can take off another 100, and then my price is just 255, right? If you provide the graduation expenses, your cost is down to 205. Okay? So you can talk, the whole idea here of price, when you meet an organization, Sandra and Exodus have talked to you about talking to organizations, meeting with organizations. Now, what a comfortable conversation to have is price. If you can explain it like this, say, this is my price, here is the breakdown of my cost, here's why it costs this much, and here are the discounts I can offer you if you provide certain things. If you provide venue, if you provide manuals, we can offer you certain discounts. And that's a good way that you can do to talk to organizations about how you can make money. We want all of you to be successful business people as success masters. We want you to make money and to really make, here we have, for you teaching the course, your time and your profit, you should be making 100,000 naira for teaching a group, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to use the back of your papers. I want you to calculate the true cost of your MDS group, so calculate how much you actually spend to teach a group of 20. And then practice with the people next to you talking about price with an organization. So practice setting a price with an organization. So what that might look like is I could talk to Exodus. Let's imagine Exodus is a church, he's a pastor, and I could say, Exodus, I normally charge 555,000 naira to teach 20 people. That's because I need to spend 15,000 in transportation, 100,000 in manuals, 200,000 in venue, 50,000 promotional costs, 50,000 for my time, my profit, 40,000 for certificates, and 50,000 for the graduation. But if you provide your church, you can take off 200,000 from that charge. If you provide the manuals, we can take off 100,000 from that charge, right? If you cover the graduation expenses, we can take off an additional 50,000 from that charge. Okay? Any questions about setting price as a success ambassador?
Training people. I was entitled to.
Are you entitled to grants? Good question. We are starting grants in April. April 1, the grants will be open for YouTube platform. Yeah. It's tied to the recognition system. So you know how there's bronze, silver, and gold, right? The higher you are on the recognition system, the more likely you'll be to get a grant. Right now, you have to be bronze to apply for a nurse. Good question. Good question. But we want you to be able to make money besides grants, in addition to grants, right? Good question. Thanks. Yeah, you have a question?
Great, Ambassador. My question is for some of us that plan to travel out of the country, like relocate to US. So how does the Interweave solution will come to our end? Maybe in time to get visa or to study that protocol, to have a goal in that protocol. So I want to look here. I think Interweave can come as an end. But some of us are planning to travel abroad to study. So with this certificate we hold in our hand, so can we have an end to proceed to get the documents to travel? Someone like me, I'm planning to travel to study in abroad. But being a member success ambassador, where is visa might not be.
Thank you, sir. You are doing very well. I just to ask for those who are participating, those category, silver category, or gold category, are they going to be there with it, or are they building on what they have got? What they have there, they have got. Or are they going to start from the beginning?
It's what you already have. It's what you already have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the recognition system is based on what you've done in the past. Everything that you've done. Yeah. Good question. Thanks.
My question has to do some energies also maybe MDS graduates. Now, when you are proceeding with success of the second course, later then completed that course, not to engage it. And the problem is after I was supposed to give them what do you call it? How to not understand. From then, they told us about 30 of them, they couldn't proceed. I messaged you so many times. You told me to tell them to message individually. Many people, there was no response. So I was correct. That's where we are. Not proceed.
So if I understand right, you had a lot of people and they graduated and they wanted a grant, they didn't get a grant. Is that right?
It's not about the grant now.
Oh, what is it about? I don't understand.
After they have done the
So they did the Success Master course.
where they say, I did it.
I did it.
That's where they don't stop. No message again from me. And so many of them.
Did they do a pilot work?
Sir?
Did they finish their pilot?
Yes, everything. And I messaged you, and at the end of it all, you said you message individually, which I did. And many of them they did message you, there was no reply.
They messaged me and I didn't reply? Well, I replied to their message. One. So I'm not sure I understand your question. So are you saying that you have people that they graduate, that they want to do Success Master, so they finish MDS. They already finished Success.
At the end of the course, I was supposed to be the end of the course. Then after that one, if that is supposed to do what, give them the result 2 years.
They will already have login. The Success Master course is on my platform, right? So they need login details before they ever take the course, right? I don't get what's there.
What he's saying is that those people were the ones that did talent elements, right? Yeah, that's the difference. Yes. So talent elements have been phased out, and that's why from them that have. That's what I'm saying. But now it's all they need to do is to set their profile. You know when you the example that looks like an eye for each student. You click in the person's profile will come out. So you just snap, screenshot it, and then send. You want and you do that. You simply on WhatsApp. You simply put them and give them login details to my platform, and you can continue.
Yeah. So you can send it to me or Juan, because they need to message us. Right. Yeah. You said they messaged us and we never responded. That happens to lots of people.
I want to ask, it's not like it's about the program. We are suffering about we are connected to the street. We have not benefited everything in this system. But the love we have for this organization will continue. So I want to know, because we have not benefited anything at all.
That's it, right? So the grant is set up so that anyone can apply, right? But we only have a certain amount of money that we can give each month. We get donations, we can give that amount each month. And right now, based on your level of recognition, you can apply for the grant, and we'll look at your application. And so we look at all the applications, we choose the best applications, and we award them a grant. So starting April 1, the grants will be available to apply for if you are a bronze ambassador or higher, right? So if you're a bronze or higher, you can apply. We'll look at all of the applications and choose the best applications to be accepted for the grant. Yeah, the requirement, we want to see that you can teach, right? We want to see that your student can teach well. That's mainly what we want to see. So it's good videos with good teaching. Yeah, it's very good.
You see, these requirements, they are actually very easy, and also to answer the questions. That kind of video is what we want to see. Alright, okay? And then it must look real, because some people are saying we just call them to stand here and start telling them what to do. It must look real. So the committee looks at all those things. And since the grant that comes in one way is for the whole English-speaking countries, you trust Ghanaians are there, South Africans are there, everybody is struggling to collect that grant. So we just need to make it look more they have been giving the grant. I think they are actually doing their best. Actually, some of the states are giving the result of the grant last time so well. So I guess now it's about to be activated again. We'll still do our best and see how we can get it. Okay? So don't give up. Some of us are in Interweave with no planting, there was no hope of a grant, but we're just marching and moving forward. So we can always succeed. I make more money like Sandra is doing now.
The perception that most of us are, success of model cannot be granted the privilege of having the grant is that it is not called A class, what do we call it now? MP, that are getting the money all the time. That every month are the ones that are getting the money. Most of you don't teach us how to do this to access the grant. That is it. So these are the things we must tell them. Not that the first set of MBSM that to please allow us that are to access the grant. That is the thing. It's the reality.
Hello, see, you it's okay. You know the very interesting thing? Most of you that are ambassadors now are seeing other ambassadors one-on-one. You are seeing them human beings. But of course we are doing this thing, we don't know how to see. Now, see, the way the grant is given, an ambassador who is come there cannot determine which one collects. He can't. You understand? It's a very transparent system.
Tell us the formula.
Good. The formula, good. The formula is what we are telling you now. Listen, everybody who has a test of the grant is a one-time grant, so you can't collect 2 times. Alright? That is 1. 2 is this. What they are simply doing is what we are saying now. We are giving you tips. One is that your video must look real. It must not be doctor. 2 is that although the grant was paused a while, it's going to be activated by April. But the main thing is that your video must be real. And we should look at it that the grant is just a kind of support, not something we should put all our listening on. We should create avenues of meeting contracts. Now, sir, if you are about to apply for the grant, you can as well contact me. Let me help also in the steps. But what I want to disagree your mind from is that there is no ambassador up there. Like, I cannot get the grant 2 times. It's 1 time. No, I understand what you are doing. Okay, yeah. Please, that perception is not too right. It's not right. Yes, everybody is in competition, like you said. Everybody is struggling to get it, and the funds are not much, so we have to do our best. But what we want you to understand is that you should not think that somebody else is getting the grant and preventing you from getting no. Once you do your own, I don't even know how the grants are sent. Alright? The only thing is that the committee selects people based on records and disburses to everybody. So everybody, as far as in the program, will definitely get it. But what I want us to concentrate more, please, is on how both of us can work to hit contracts. Alright? And it's up to you, please.
Great. So just to clarify, I want to explain how we choose who receives the grant. Okay. So we get at the height of grants, when we were getting the most applications, we only had in English we only spent $3,000. Okay, so we can spend $3,000, and at one point we had 400 applications. So we had to divide $3,000 by 400 applications. So what we did is we looked at all 400 applications, we watched the videos, we talked about, okay, which ambassadors do we know? Which ambassadors are active in the WhatsApp group chats? Which ambassadors come to our Zoom meetings, right? Which ambassadors are always trying to improve, always trying to grow, right? Okay, great. Which ambassadors make good videos? Which ambassadors can we tell are really teaching groups? So we talk about, okay, which ambassadors do we know the best because they're coming to our Zoom trainings, they're messaging us on WhatsApp, they're calling us, and which ambassadors made good applications. And we chose the best applications and split the money out how we could. Yeah. So let's go here, and then here.
That's so good. What's what we actually doing today because this is something that actually makes me very new to and I realize that it actually put up a lot of opportunities for me just based on this video. Because I know that when I'm trying to go to organizations tomorrow, I will exactly know how I'm going to charge them. Because we just started this course as something I've actually been a very good institution. When I go to the I talk to them, usually I go to this kind of like feedback and all. And I realized that when I'm actually providing some of those courses, it's actually going to reduce how much I can actually charge them. So that one is for that. So I just want to ask the question that is there a way we can actually do something like this for online courses? Because I actually don't plan on teaching just around like this because I realized that I actually have to go out a lot and actually get to know people. And then I'm sorry that I did not really focus on organization that were focused on actually making individuals and then gradually because they are teaching them online. So I want to ask if there is like an actually get something like this for online courses instead.
Was and you do the calculating the true costs for online business as well. Yes, absolutely. The costs are going to be different, right? You won't have to worry about transportation, but some of the costs we need to think about. How much are you paying for Wi-Fi, right? How much are you going to? What else does it cost for online? How much are you going to pay for the laptops that you use? How much would that cost? Like for course because they're less cost. Your question is the online course recommend? Yes, you can take it face-to-face or online. Yeah, good question. Did that answer your question? Wait, we had a question here and then we'll go to
What suggested about the growth plans is that it's just a suggestion that maybe you should reduce the growth plans so that most everybody will benefit from the growth plans. Instead of the $500, I get to reduce together 200 or 300 so that people's efforts will not go there. And if you were not there last year when the parties and others, at least the attendance for our prayer, because I was there when they do the attendance, we are up to like 300 plus. So I think people are discouraged that because what they have in mind is that collect grants. Like you can reduce grants so that people will benefit from it. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, to me, Interweave solutions have come to stay in Akure, and it will definitely stay. No matter what we are moving forward. Mine is, I have a question for you. And before my question, I'll say we are happy to have you here, our English director. And for that case, you are most welcome. You'll be able to shed more light into some of the things that we are being biased of and that is troubling our mind. And we pray that you are going to have a safe trip back home. We are happy to have you in our midst. We said we should reach out to market women, which we are doing. I'm a market woman. And that is where you see the dress in this way. And I have many of these market women. Yes. I have many of these market women in my group. I have associations. The first association that I trained, they were nylon group. They were producing nylon. I have many of them. You can sign up for recognition. They are one of us today. You see, they are market women and market men people. But there we have a problem. The problem that we have is that majority of us, we cannot speak fluent English. That is it. See then, many of them cannot speak the way I am speaking. But they can speak pidgin. I don't know if you understand pidgin. And many yes. Okay. So now that you said they should be making video, that is not the problem. You see them, they teach one another this in a way that their people understand better. But they have to make video of what they are saying, in which case you will not understand if sent to you. So in this situation, what do we do? Thank you.
And there's a happening that when we insert all these languages, it will interpret to your own understanding. I think the Interweave solution should go and look for that app. Allow people to do it as their own local language, and then that app now converts to the language you can understand. So if you can do that, that would be better. Because you are trying to bring a kind of street. Are you with me? Translate it. There's a app on internet. So go through that. So that when people will be able to go to call and participate, that should be the better solution. Thank you.
So what's your solution that they just post their things in their language? Well, the first step to that, I have to say one thing, that the whole program of the MBS and the whole idea of Interweave is to empower all of you, right? To make you agents of change, make you to have the ability to do good in your community. So the first step in making that change to be able to, I think, Aribu, is that the language? Yoruba. So a lot of people here speak Yoruba instead of English.
Every training group, you have someone who can help basically to input whatever these people cannot use the English language program. To have that, I don't want to say translator, the more literate person that I can help each participant to put down exactly what is not. That's like after teaching basically in Yoruba or Pidgin, which they all understand. I don't believe all of them. Here, everybody is Yoruba speaking area who speak Yoruba. Some might speak Igbo and they are residents here and have accommodations. So if you train in the common language, say Yoruba or Pidgin, which everybody, almost everybody understands, then you have this interpreter who can now help them to write whatever information they need to put on your sheet. That way they save you the trouble of having to go through an app to interpret whatever they do. I think that's another suggestion.
Thank you. So, any other comments or questions?
No.
Great. Yeah.
Holy Ghost. I'm anointed by you. With not has said already. He said, like the name of he said, masters from business in the street. In the streets, in the country, wherever we have diverse language. In fact, I live in a midst of people that they don't understand my language, they don't understand them. But I have to come down to what they understand before I can talk with them. See, translator, I like it's plenty work. Because not every translator can translate the language of Idoma, Shekiri, and others into English. And what I suggest is that maybe when we are doing the video, maybe you should appoint someone that will interpret it, human video that will interpret it into language. Because I don't believe that you understand Africa. Africa will have very rich in language. So please, I'm just bringing that as a suggestion. Maybe you have human people that will translate this. Because so many times we make it.
Who can give us the closing prayers? I'm sorry, yeah. The closing prayers and lesson of the food. And then we go for pictures and eat.
Father, in the name of Jesus, everlasting King of glory, thank you. That we worship and honor you. Thank you for our time since morning. We bless your holy name for everything you've done among us. And we pray that you perfect all that concerns us in the name of Jesus. And we pray for journey mercy for those that travel from far and near, that God's protection should be upon them in the name of Jesus. We pray for kids, for journey mercy in the name of Jesus. We are all covered by the blood of Jesus. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Everything we lay our hands on shall be prosperous. And any organization we enter, it is taken for us in the name of Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. Praise the Lord.
Lord, and there is a lot of picture. Please want to protect pictures outside the night. What do you please?
You are my strength when I